So friends, thanks again for being here. It was a great turnout this afternoon. Grateful for everyone that's here, whatever your background, wherever you're from. I know there's folks from Fort Lauderdale, there's folks from Miami, folks from Naples, Bonita Springs, Fort Myers. We are blessed to have you all with us. My name is Tony Fisher. I serve the Unitarian Universalist congregation of Greater Naples. And I'm grateful to be with you today. I first want to bring forward Betty Osceola, a member of the Miccosukee tribe, who has been steadfast with her presence here, and the protector of the land.
I asked Creator, and I prayed, and thanked Him for sending you all here today. For those who still follow that path of creation. And I asked for His guidance and help in that white road, we say the white road, that He put forth for us to travel on, to help bring people back to that path of His Word and why we are here, and to treat each other as human beings, and to treat His creation how it was intended to be cared for, to bring us back to that path. And because today some of us have strayed from that path, we're not looking at each other as human beings and started doing things to put people in animal cages and other types of cages.
So we're grateful today to have Eve Sample, who is of the Friends of the Everglades, who is one of the plaintiffs in that case, along with the Miccosukee. And so I invite Eve to come forward and give us a little update and tell us what's been going on.
Alcatraz sign, because on my drive out today I've been thinking about that sign and the fact that someday it will not be there. Someday this sign will be taken down. I'm certain of it. And when they do take it down, I think they should replace it with a historical marker of the fight, not just that we're waging today, but that we waged half a century ago, standing with people of all political stripes in Florida. So our group, Friends of the Everglades, was founded by Marjorie Stoneman Douglas in 1969 to protect this very place. Friends of the Everglades and our co-plaintiff, the Center for Biological Diversity, filed suit. We sued under the National Environmental Policy Act because the state and federal government failed to comply with it. They failed to look before they left. They built this detention center without looking at less harmful alternatives. They didn't do an environmental analysis. They didn't take any input from the public. And all of those things are required under the federal law that was born out of this battle here in 1969. So we have a very clear case. The facts are on our side. And during 4 days of hearings in federal court in Miami in August, we presented evidence. We called 7 witnesses. Some of that evidence was photos taken by people including Betty of the light pollution that we can now see. From that battle, an environmental enlightenment really occurred back then. So the National Environmental Policy Act was born in 1970. That is the law we're suing under today to halt this harmful action, this detention center. The Clean Water Act was enacted. The Environmental Protection Agency. This fabric of environmental protection was stitched together back then in the late 60s and early 70s. And what we're finding now is that we're at this moment of potential unraveling. I have been saying that the threads are being tugged at, but I think we're past that now. The seams are stretched, some of them are torn, and the question is really, will the fabric hold? We are bringing the full force of our co-plaintiffs, our legal team, to fight that appeal. So Friends of the Everglades, Center for Biological Diversity, and the Miccosukee tribe will be fighting that appeal at the same court in Atlanta, but we get a panel of 3 new judges. That's an important fact to remember as this appeal is pending in the weeks and months to come. And we'll do our very best to expedite it, and we're working through the details and legal decisions of that right now. A couple other things to take note of. As you all know, this is an incredible place for endangered species, and we did file a notice of intent to sue under the Endangered Species Act, as well as the Clean Water Act, and a third law called the National Parks Organic Act. With those laws, you have to give the government notice that you're going to sue, and we are also looking at all of those options to make sure that, again, we're bringing the full force of our team was an amicus brief filed just a week ago, Wednesday, I think it was, Tuesday, I stand corrected, by some environmental groups. And if any of you are interested in an amicus partnership, friend of the court is also what it's known as, please reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with the person who's leading the conservation amicus. There may be another leader for faith-based groups that want to file amicus briefs, but I think that's an important option. We need to be all pulling in the same direction.
So make note of that. Go back to your congregation and make sure that that word is passed up the line. I know I will.